How are you? Good morning.
They don't sack Nedu.
You talking about?
You say na quit.
Is it that with you?
You don't quit.
Ha! Body go pay people.
You don't quit.
I am giving 24 hours to Glitch Africa, the Honest Bunch podcast, and of course, Nedu Wazobia. To confirm everything Verydarkman said. One question, Nedu. You tell Darkman those things, or you no tell him? You tell him, say, you know men where I don't knock. Abi, you no tell him. Very fast. Don't keep me waiting. Cause me self go like know the men where I don't knock. Remember, 24 hours.
Hey yo! It's your boy Young Gordy, and right about now I'm back with another video for you. Let's get right into it. No copper, come on, let's go! Okay, so there has been war in Nigeria going on the social media space, and this war has been between Nedu Wazobia, Verydarkman, Deeone, Saidaboj, Honest Bunch podcast, in fact the entirety of Glitch Africa. Now, how do I mean and all of this started? Now, just in case you are here, one way or the other, you may or may not have seen this, but anyways, that's the reason why I'm here to brief this whole shit to you, to let you know where this whole piece started from, you feel me? Now, sometime last year, towards the middle or maybe the beginning of last year, I can't tell because it's been a minute ago, you feel me? Nedu Wazobia was on the Honest Bunch podcast, and they were having a certain conversation, and Husband Material made a statement concerning Verydarkman. I don't know what they were talking about, but he said it seemed as though we'll have to invite Verydarkman here. Now, as soon as Husband Material said that, Nedu Wazobia was like, we're not going to have that guy on this show. We're not going to talk to him. Nothing concerning Verydarkman is going to be on this show. That was the statement. Now, it was given Verydarkman may not have hurt Nedu or anything that has got to do with him, because we know Verydarkman be hunting persons who maybe did not, have NAFDAC number, especially organic, skincare products at that particular point in time. Like, that was what he was training for the most. So the way Nedu responded was as though Verydarkman had done something to someone that he knows, or someone he knows that knows someone, you feel me, and the person is affected. That was what it was given. Now, moving forward, Verydarkman actually made a video concerning that and was saying, oh, these persons do not F with me because of what I stood for or stand for at the point in time, you feel me? Now, fast forward to some time last year, like after that had transpired, moving on to some parts of last year, we saw a video of Nedu. Now, Nedu introducing us to Verydarkman as a very close friend of his. Now, Verydarkman on that video actually attested to it, like, oh, it seems as though they've squashed their beef and a newfound friendship between the both of them has been formed. Check it out.
So all of you on the internet, on every internet, everywhere. So I have a shock for you, you guys this morning. It's gonna be a good shock. Boys, all surprise shock. So I want to introduce my friend, my guy. I love him because he get coconut head like me. Let me introduce him to you. Show him.
Alright, don't pray.
You're gonna learn.
I can't have the me. All the people they go is Sunday do because we wanna leave the door. My guy. Oh boy, I don't jiki they do, but they do is an amazing person. I will tell you for free. For free, you don't need to pay me, yeah? They do is an amazing person. When you get close to him and you understand him, you will understand that a lot of things you see on social media can be deceptive.
And now, haven't seen that video, keep it in mind, because along the line of this story, we might just be going back to it. Now, there comes a certain BB Niger ex-housemate, you feel me? He didn't win, but he went to the show, I think at some point when it was being done in South Africa. Now, he goes by the name Deeone. Now, Deeone, just as Verydarkman has been on people's neck, trying to make sure they do the right thing, Deeone is claiming to have been on Verydarkman's neck for as long as he has been, you feel me? Trying to get him to do the right thing, you feel me? Now, Deeone has become a constant, or should I say a persistent critique of Verydarkman's work. Why? Because he claims, number one, Verydarkman does not take correction. Number two, Verydarkman has flaws, like he intentionally does things that are wrong. And number three, Verydarkman is not clean. Okay, it's not clean as he claims. He does things that are crafty and he tries to push people's attention away. Now, one of the biggest things, or if not the biggest thing that sparked this whole fight and this war, you feel me, was what Deeone said in the Honest Bunch podcast, because he was invited by Nedu. Now, Deeone outrightly said, Verydarkman is gay. Now, this shook the whole world on some real shit, no cap. Check the video out and see for yourself.
The reason was because people don't already know, say, in the do man. What is I know I will come out here. What is you don't know?
I don't know.
Husband.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, this one new to me.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Saying in the two men. You don't know. Say VDM, they do man, you don't know.
Do you know?
Stop this thing now. I don't like all these things where they happen here. Let's be honest here. Like if you call it honest.
Not gay.
No, I mean, if they're insulting online.
So there was, I mean, it came, he has said it before now. Say when in the hungry, in they give man this thing. And that was the issue that he had. Now, so Bobrisky and Bobrisky start their fights. Huh?
So now, upon that video going viral after it has been posted by the Honest Bunch podcast, Verydarkman saying that one would have thought that, Deeone was the one who made that statement clearly, and before then, Deeone has been on Verydarkman's neck. One will be thinking, Verydarkman is going to come for this guy. But guess what? Verydarkman did not do that. It may seem as though Verydarkman was putting 1 and 2 together, making him think in some type of way that we did not expect. Now, later on, Verydarkman claimed an individual like Yvonne Jegede, who has attended the Honest Bunch podcast, ascribed to him, saying that Nedu did some things that were quite crafty. He intentionally asked her questions she did not expect to be answering on the podcast, and also they edited the videos in some type of way that made it seem as though she said some things she did not say in a certain context. So now Verydarkman putting that together said, he knows who did this or who is the architect of all of these allegations against him. He pointed all fingers at Nedu. Now, Verydarkman came vehemently against Nedu. He said a lot of stuff about Nedu, claiming that very video I showed you at the first time when I told you to keep it in your mind, you feel me, that Nedu actually told him a lot of stuff, told him about girls he has, had sex with on the content creator space, you feel me. He said a lot of stuff about Nedu, a lot of allegations that were quite crazy. Check it out.
Where's Saidaboj? Saidaboj, come. They mention your name, come. Now, before I talk about Saidaboj, right, I watched the video Jojo of Lily posted. And to be honest, I felt bad. I felt bad. The truth is that Nedu tell me. That's why I don't even bother investigate. Even if I investigate, I will say, okay, this. But this one, Nedu talk. Do you understand? For you people to believe that he actually told me a lot of things, I will say something now that I said about Saidaboj that is not anywhere on social media, but it happened. It's not anywhere on social media, nobody knows this, but it happened, and I will say it. So Saidaboj now will come be the one to confirm am. If a little bit not true, it means say yes, they do tell me all those things and many more when I know fit talk because of the people involved, because I really pity them, Now, Saidaboj, is it true that when you went to Nedu podcast, Nikki the Barbie came, you people now had a fight, you and your manager now beat up Nikki the Barbie? Then you now threaten Nedu with something that if he talks about it or if that story goes out, that you are going to sue him for this and that. That's number one. Now, Nedu told me some things about you. What did he say? Nedu said that when you open your mouth to say, if a man does not give you 20 million naira, you will not open your leg, or something like that. That he just turned and he looked at you, that the clothes you were wearing, they look like second-hand clothes. This were his words. That he just looked at you like, look at this cheap girl. And meanwhile, he know people where be say they don't carry you. Now they do talk. So if any of this is true, now when you go know, say true, in tell me some things about you. Now to the people where they go to do podcast, sure you see say even his guests are not safe.
And of course, he dragged various ladies into this conversation. Number 1 was Saidaboj. Number 2, Asmusi. Number 3 is it Nos Mirage, if I'm not wrong, you feel me? And another lady who actually came out at first to tell Verydarkman that a lawyer is going to be going against him in court for him to prove if what he said was true and when they do actually had sex with her. But it seems as though they've actually regulated that stuff. Both of them have talked. Verydarkman has apologized to that lady. But then on, the war is long gone from being over, like on some real shit, no cap. Saidaboj in particular has come out to give Nedu, the Honest Bunch podcast, and the entirety of Glitch Africa 24 hours to reveal the number of men she has been having sex with, as claimed Verydarkman that Nedu said to him, you feel me? Now, all of this stuff was going crazy. Everybody was talking, but guess what? One thing was certain. Everyone was waiting for Nedu Wazobia's next move, like on some real shit, no cap. And right here, it came up with a written note or a written statement saying, the past week has brought a lot into perspective for me. Hosting the Honest Bunch podcast has been an incredible journey, one built on open conversations, both perspectives and the willingness to tackle difficult topics. But with that responsibility has come an overwhelming level of scrutiny, antagonism, and unfounded accusations that have now begun to take a personal toll. Okay. In light of the recent events, I have made the difficult decision to step away from the podcast. This is not a decision I take lightly, but one I believe is necessary for my peace of mind, for my family, and for the integrity of the show itself. I have always been committed to honest conversations, but when these conversations lead to relentless attacks and misrepresentation, it becomes clear that stepping back is the best path forward. He continued, to say some stuff. I'll just read the very last paragraph. I wish the show continued success and thank everyone who has supported me throughout this journey. Now, once seeing this, definitely a whole lot of persons will be emotional. But here were some of the comments. Like I tell you, Nigerians were not finna let this slide. Like they ain't fucking with what he said on some real shit, no cap. This nigga said, person talk say don't play, or else you will learn. But you all still they play with them. Okay, oh. Another person they he own, una the young dust about him. The nonsense comedian now don't use him own, spoil your own. Now wow. Now the comedian he's referring to is Deeone, okay? Looks like Nedu had enough of the backlash. Open conversations are great, but not when they lead to constant attacks. Conscious or curious to see what he does next. This ain't enough. They gotta scrap the entire show. Nigga, I say to you, you're tripping, okay? Damage control. Another, see Mumu they form humble. Nedu talks too much for a grown man. Serves him right. Him don't meet him own fellow feminine man, Verydarkman. And finally, on this line of comment, Proverbs 10 verse 14. Niggas going scriptural. The wise don't tell everything they know, but the foolish talk too much and are ruined. Nedu talks too much for a guy. I can bet he didn't sleep with half the girls he claimed he has slept with. He was called out by Daddy Shoki too when he brought Keke Ogungbe on the show. I hope more of them are exposed and we begin to see the end of all these silly podcasts. Now, these were not all the comments, but for the sake of time, this is what I'm finna read. You feel me? Now, here is, in my own opinion, D1's extremely overwhelmingly dramatic response to this. Check it out.
Nigerians, Nedu is going through a lot. He did not tell me to post anything. Nedu did not tell me. That man is innocent. I swear with everything in this life, Nedu did not tell me to post anything. Please, all good, well-meaning Nigerians, please come out. Please. This is not content. This is real stuff. Peter Obi, Showore, Obi Kubana, Chief Priest, Kubana Chief Priest, E-Money, Casey, Davido, Don Jazzy, all of you should come out. VDM lied. He lied. He lied. He lied. Nedu did not tell me anything. He's manipulating everything. Saidaboj. He is manipulating everything. Nedu is innocent. This is the same thing that happened to Mubad.
And so for now, right here, I'm finna come to the end of this video. Yes, but the whole drama and the war, like I said, is far from over. Stay tuned for more information about this whole shit coming up, because I'm going to be giving you bumper to bumper as the story unfolds. You feel me? If you're new to my channel, kindly please subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are on the comment section right down below. If you're not new to this channel, you've been watching these videos and you've not been subscribed, nigga, girl, go ahead and subscribe already, okay? With this, I'm finna say peace. It's your boy Young Gotti, no copper. Bye-bye!